Yes, good morning. My name is Eric Payne. I'm a resident and homeowner for Fort Washington, Maryland, of Prince George's County. It's going to be pretty much me being informal, but with the facts as I see it from my point of view, and as well as the rules, regulations, SOPs, laws, rules of law, as well as precedents, as I've read them and as I know them, and I hope to be true and self-evident to the very video that I'm going to bring to you at this very hour. I'm Eric Payne, 20-year Army veteran. I'm a Gulf War veteran. I have my right leg amputee, as you can see, and also that I'm a former Homeland Security investigator. That I have issues that I like to support and bring to the attention of the United States citizens that are within the jurisdiction of Fort Washington, Prince George's County, Maryland, as well as around the world. I'm also a member of the NAACP, the ACLU, American Civil Liberties Union, also the Disabled American Veterans, as well as the Veterans Foreign Wars, American Legion, Washington Redskins Salute Club, STLC, Southern Christian Leadership Conference. I hold true to what I'm saying, what I'm about to tell you. Now I do have the facts. This is a formal complaint to all parties involved that bear witness to this video. Anyone viewing this video, I encourage you to write your congressman, but more importantly, write to the law enforcement agencies, that pretty much have jurisdiction over law enforcement, as well as the police academies, public officials, city, county, state, municipalities, in and around your areas. And this is definitely for the people of social media. That is a powerful tool by way of Facebook, YouTube, Google Plus. We can almost say Instagram, but you have pictures of things, of misconduct of all people in position that can execute negativity on your life in the name of misconduct. Also, I get it wrong, LinkedIn, and your Twitter, if you will. And that is this. I'm 50 years old. I've lived my life according to the rules, regulations, SOPs, laws that I am bound by. I'm a father of 3. I do not drink, smoke, or indulge in drugs. I've never been arrested ever in my life, and I have nothing pending. I consider myself a role model to my son, and I say my son, he is the youngest under 21, I'm a father of 3, to include sons in Germany that I love dearly. I'm a leader, a person, a man who's not afraid of responsibility, who will take charge of the situation. That I do live a high-octane lifestyle. And what I mean by that is that I take care of the business of the day without fail, with professionalism, with the facts, that I assess all situations. And by gathering information, making a plan, executing a plan, and doing after action on all situations. It's very easy. I spent a better part of my life in the United States Army, which I love, the United States Army. And of course, I love all men and women in uniform. The army fought for freedom and democracy around the world. And the civilians and family members in support of the mission. I'm of sound mind and body. I'm doing this video of my own free will. That sometimes, even my constitutional right of the First Amendment, of freedom of expression, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, as well as freedom of religion, is compromised by the very people that have the duties, that have been assigned the duties and responsibilities of freedom of the press. They like to hang up on you. Maybe the stories you have is not as important as someone flying a frisbee. That your story is of an honorable citizen, former Homeland Security investigator, 20 Army veteran, Gulf War guy, Gulf War veteran, being abused, harassed. Of the statute I just mentioned to you, don't drink, don't smoke, never arrested. That I've also have a right leg amputation. In a wheelchair, okay? And I will tell you right now, I see why they have laws that govern the disabled, which are called ADA, better known as ADA, but it stands for American Disabilities Act. As I mentioned, I'm a professional. I'm nonviolent. Nonviolent means I'm not going to get anyone to do anything to nobody because someone did something to me. I don't sit back because this person over here of color did something to me, or this white person over here did something to me, so I hate all white people, I hate all black people, I hate all Latinos or Mexicans or Asians, etc. I do not harbor anger or resentment in my mind or my heart. I'm a very nice man. I'm an honorable man. I'm an educated man. I'm a professional. I'm a leader. I'm a mentor. I know how to teach, counsel, coach, train, trainer, sustainment training. Training is very important. And on that note, I'm going to tap on the subject just for a moment. If you are in the position of police officer, lawyer, public official, namely county executive, Prince George's County. I'm speaking of Prince George's County, it's my experience, okay? Prince George's County. County executive, police chief, district commanders, maybe in charge of 175 police officers, district commissioner, state's attorney. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. This is so informal, but I am on point. Attorney General, I'm talking about county, or even U.S. attorney, maybe of Maryland. Also, state prosecutor, FBI. FBI commanders, businesses, business leaders, citizens, adults, educators, etc., that you are duly responsible and accountable for anything that happens and don't happens in the jurisdiction or in and around your very office or the jurisdiction that you cover. That you are a public official or a person in a position of power. I'm going to bring to your attention, and that is this. Within the jurisdiction of Fort Washington, Maryland, Prince George's County, state of Maryland, I will tell you that I'm afraid for my life has been reported in all the emails, all the letters, all the telephone conversations, all the walks into some of these public official offices, telephone calls once again, follow-up phone calls, reporting misconduct, reporting abuse of power, reporting abusive position, reporting civil rights violation, human rights violation, constitutional rights violations, all in writing, disability violations as a disabled person, citizen, and a right to exist. I'm in my very home right now, so informal, and normally I'm talking a little faster, but that I set my alarm not for the would-be criminals, I guess, that are out there, not saying they're outside my door at this moment, but that are in the jurisdiction of the places I mentioned. But I set my alarm for the very police officers, commanders, police chiefs, the county executives, all the public officials or agencies that I've reported to that have given me the feedback that we know who you are, we know who you looked at, where you live at, that we know you're complaining against our commanders or whatever, or public officials. I'm concerned about people in public office as well as in the position of police officers and police commanders, police chiefs in Prince George's County jurisdiction or in these agencies. If I go by the numbers and you have about 700 violent crimes, okay, in 2014, and by the end of 2014, if not more, Prince George's County, violent crimes being murders, rapes, for example, and you got police officers on the doors of nightclubs, okay, taking over as if they're part owners, if you will, in a venue or in the jurisdiction of a person that's paying taxes, say for example Fort Washington, because you have every right to exist here before they do, even that they are also, they need to know, are bound by the same laws that every citizen is bound by, that you are not allowed to disrespect a citizen anywhere, that you, because you're a police officer, a public official, or that you feel that you have more rights than I do to exist, that you have so much basically violent crimes that you're on the doors of nightclubs versus doing part-time work in the communities where people are dying, being killed, being raped, cars stolen, robberies, and that now, I don't give you one robbery, that's one too many. You got one death, homicide, do you understand that that's someone's family member? That this citizen, I am Eric Payne, this is my name in a statement, have reported violent criminal activity, which leads up to violent crimes, civil rights, human rights violations, which police officers feel they don't have responsibility to report or even document, that turns criminal. That none of these officers or public officials knows what ADA is. They don't know what the constitutional rights are of citizens. They feel they don't have to know because they're county. But they're very much right in court in violation that you have to know. City, county, state, federal, as well as constitutional. That if you don't know them, you're in violation. That you are working part-time in these businesses, and as I mentioned, these nightclub venues, that you are out there in our taxpayer uniform on your part-time work, okay? Fraud, waste, or waste and abuse, if you will, under that jurisdiction. And I'm not quoting it verbatim. That you wasting my gas in your cars, okay? That you're using our taxpayer, my cars, partly owned by me, that I pay taxes for those cars, that uniform you're wearing, okay? That I respect, okay? But that you're on the doors of these nightclubs, harassing citizens, that you're not even doing the work of a police officer, that you on one hand, you're security for the club in a PG County uniform. On the other hand, you want to be a police officer whenever it's convenient for you. But you don't want to answer you don't want to follow protocol on a 911 call, okay? Or nor do you want to write a report. And you think it's okay, okay? A total violation of protocol, a total violation of ethics, any code of ethics, okay? Any responsibility, any accountability, okay, as a police officer or public official or commander of a police officer or a ship commander, okay? And you know who you are. Police chief, as well as a county executive. And especially that you are a commander of internal affairs. I would like to know what your level of leadership is, what kind of certification you have in leadership, what kind of managerial skills you're certified in, organizational skills, because what happens is this: who are you as a trainer? Who are you as a specialist in your duties and responsibilities? What are your duties and responsibilities in your position of police officer, district commander, police chief, county executive, district commissioner, state's attorney, attorney general, in these leadership, in these positions of government and law enforcement? Who are the instructors at the very academies that these people these citizens that are bound by the same laws I am are being taught? Are they being taught to be to have misconduct? Are they taught to be violent, have no respect, not address themselves, not have bad name tags on, not address citizens properly, not to come out and patrol areas? That reported my area of Fort Washington not being patrolled, okay? My area of Fort Washington, Maryland, not being patrolled. Gone to district commanders, gone to state's attorney, report to commanders of internal affairs, attorney generals, district commissioners trying to file charges. Okay. Only that there was a young lady murdered 1 minute from my home, where I'm right now. That I'm afraid for my life. Okay. And this is not, this is not a joke. Yep, I'm a United States Army soldier. We do not take any type of violent situation or scenario lightly. We assume nothing. That a woman was killed at the restaurant area at the marina right by 1 minute from my house, where my children like to walk, my friends' children like to walk. They like to go back there and look at the water, okay, to see the boats, and maybe take a ride to the to the different areas around the marina. that I've reported this. Now to everyone, all the above. Okay, FBI, yep. Tip lines, all sorts of stuff. I'm an honorable man. Okay? I am what you call a credible witness, if you will. Not saying I witnessed any crime, I haven't, of that back there. I'm saying my stature would make a person want to come talk to me, respect me, that I'm an honorable citizen, only that I'm treated just the opposite as a felon. Is it because I'm black? Okay? I believe that. I hate to use the race card. And when I say because I'm black, not necessarily because that it's some white person that's doing something. I'm talking about another black person. It's called black on black racism. It exists. Okay? But I'm telling you that the bottom line, everything stems from no training, no sustainment training, no teaching, counseling, coaching, no reprimands, no checks and balances, no accountability, no responsibility, nothing in writing on good and bad conduct, no one held accountable. Police commanders, police chiefs, county executives, okay, of your very secretaries, first line, who cannot handle a call of a person in distress, okay, but they decide to hang up, to include 911. Again, I've never been arrested in my life, okay? And I'd be darned if I'm gonna sit back and let anyone disrespect me, disrespect my position in this very life as a retired United States Army soldier, war veteran, former Homeland Security investigator, father, man, mentor, role model, that I'm all on Facebook. I'm all on Facebook telling the children, the young children, preteens, teenagers, young men and women, and adults, to say no to drugs, alcohol, and cigarettes in any form. I don't care how much marijuana is legal in different states. In my era, it was illegal. In my mind, it's still illegal because it's still in the books as a crime. Say no to alcohol and drugs and cigarettes in any form. Leave the children alone. I would like to see a show of force by the Prince George's County police officers and public officials, okay, in position of power, that you sit back and you hold these businesses accountable, that are working in these areas, that are making money, that are putting nothing back in these communities in the name of nightclubs and and sports bars and whatever it may be, Safeways, grocery stores, whatever it may be in the jurisdiction of these areas that honorable citizens like myself live in, versus violating their civil rights, their right to public accommodations, okay, human rights, okay, but that because you're wearing a badge or you're in a position of power, whether you're a congressman, councilman, senator, what have you, that you feel the need to respond to a person that you may like, that may be giving you that supports you by way of some money, or I don't know, because you just like, I don't know, and you don't like me. This is not a personal attack. I'm a professional. I do not allow personal feelings to get involved in a professional situation. I hold a person in power accountable, responsible, accountable for the very duty and responsibility that you have sworn to oath of that position. That it is not necessarily a complaint. Okay, these are charges, formal charges. Also, these are formal complaint and formal charges. That if you are a police officer, a district commander, a commander of internal affairs, a police chief, a county executive, or a person in position to enforce the law, okay, and to do a report and to document based on a crime being reported to you or actions of a possible crime being reported to you, and you do nothing, but then you have robberies and murders on your hands in that very jurisdiction, and you're still not patrolling it, and put all resources in place. That I report to you in letters like, I even name them, all parties involved, theft of finances, I call it. By the way, even law firms, that you're in a fraud probate situation, but you want to call it civil action because a police officer is not trained, and only in his defense, he's probably not trained. He come out here from the academy, no training, no mentor, no sustainment training, no leader, no leadership. And if you're in a position that you're in charge of 175 officers being a district commander, I can only imagine of the 6 districts of Prince George's County that hold these sectors of Juliet King and different things I read on your websites, okay? Of the 6 divisions and 12 beats and things like that. That you're not even writing reports. That you don't have the same personal problems that we do. And I don't have any personal problems, but that citizens does, okay? That you're under the umbrella of crime, bracketeering, that you want to make money, okay, working as chief of security at these nightclubs, these sports bars, these different venues, compromising your very actions as a police officer, your ethics, your codes of conduct, in the name of supporting venues that have crime activities reported by me, of these nightclubs, these sports bars, that you rather compromise your very duties, your responsibilities, your oath of office as a police officer, as a public official, as a human relations commission, as a district commission, as a state's attorney, as an attorney general, okay? That you don't properly investigate these different businesses, these different agencies, okay? To include within your own departments. But you'd rather take a citizen like me, an honorable citizen, okay? That you want in every city and county and state and across this nation and in the world to be. That I've not been arrested. I do not drink, smoke, or do drugs. I'm an honorable man. My children have been to jail. I'm out here, doing letters in support of breast cancer, single parents, okay? I'm also a dancer. I lost my leg at malpractice, okay? A year and a half ago. I could sit back and be depressed, okay? Like history shows itself, of people with no arms, no legs, maybe worse than me. But I turned around and became a dancer. And I'm known throughout the DMV. And I go into these venues where no one else in their wheelchairs are, only to be violated by way of my civil rights, human rights, that they don't want me to be in there because of being in a wheelchair. Now you take it away from kids, me supporting, bringing issue to the homeless, the elderly, women, children, okay, the disabled, the armed service veterans, and injustice is what I dance for in support of, that you don't even care. You don't care about my stature. You don't care who I am. You don't care that I'm an honorable man, but that you even assault me, police officers, that you even violate me, that you take the sides of criminals versus me, which tells me about your leadership, okay? And your reporting, and building a relationship with the community, and knowing who's who, that you're not just working for a paycheck, that you're working, that you're motivated by sheer passion, like I am. You are not allowed to be in any leadership position if you're not certified as a manager. If you're not certified as a leader, it's a difference. If you haven't had extensive training in leadership, like armed forces veterans are, that we're smart, we're leaders, we've gone to the academies. I'm a certified leader of a primary development leadership course, okay? First line course that you go to when you, PLDC, okay? That you attend before you can become a sergeant. At every level of responsibility in the United States Army, and I'm sure in armed forces, but I'm speaking of the United States Army, okay? that before any level of responsibility, you are going to a residential, not some, if I want to, once a year, you know who you are, agencies, Prince George's County Police Departments, okay? Once a year voluntarily is not enough. I don't care if it's once a year for a month, for a week, okay? You need intensive training for the care that you have been given by oath of office, okay, and security of a county. That you have so many stressed out people, areas of responsibility with different peoples of different walks of life. You cannot apply the same actions towards the same people, whether they're disabled, whether they be Muslims, whether they be Christians, whether they be gays, whether they be, everyone has rights. You have to have leadership, managerial skills, organizational skills. You have to know who you are. You can't be stressed out from the call of yesterday or that very hour that you want to hang the phone up, Prince George's County District 4, okay, on your very honorable citizen because you don't like me or you don't like me being calling you stressed out about something your damn officers did anyway. Excuse my language. Okay? I have the proof. And stop sitting back telling me that you know where I live, that I've been found false reports in the offices. I have not. I've only been found a rule of law, as you have explained it to me, about filling out doggone complaint forms that go to internal affairs. Now you know who you are. I'm looking for a letter in writing that I filed a formal complaint against Prince George's County police officers, police commanders, police chief, and county executive by way of District 4 Eastover, okay? Only that it's okay for you to act like, oh no, we didn't get it. But you know who you are, Lieutenant. That I reported to you that very night. But the only thing you all want to do is sit back and abuse your power, abuse your position, compromise my security, incite me into fear that you are a police officer and that you will lock me up based on no charge. And I have not been locked up yet. Only that you are collaborating one after the other. And I'm just not naming badges. I know all the badges. Okay? That a District 4 commander, that I looked on the daggone website because I had a problem with this gentleman on right here in Fort Washington. Okay? Yeah. Okay?